here at So True Seeds in Asheville, North Carolina. I like to support local businesses and didn't really have time to order my seeds online if I wanted to. So most of our seeds for fall planting we're going to get from here and support this business, and I'll share more about our fall planting plans later, but first let's go grab our seeds. Alright, so now I'm going to show you the planning part, what goes into it, how I plan, like my process. And that always starts with just like a piece of paper, and I just kind of brain dump how I kind of want things. Is by no means like how it'll probably end up. This bed is pretty much how it's going to be. It's going to be peas, my mix of radishes, my leafy greens and lettuces, spinach, stuff like that. So let me show you what I got. So we stopped at So True Seed, like I said. They're really close to us, and we just like supporting local businesses. And if I tried to order these online, I just wouldn't have got some of them in time before. So instead of just buying a few there, I just went ahead and bought them all. So they are very good. They sell open pollinated, untreated. Just really good high quality seeds. So True Seed Asheville, they have a website if you're interested. They did not sponsor me in any way either. This is my broccoli, the Waltham 29. It has some pretty big heads. You know, we eat a lot of broccoli, but this will be nowhere near what we eat of broccoli till spring, but it'll be a couple meals. Charleston Wakefield cabbage. Their popular varieties always have the art on them. This is not one of their popular varieties, but it's the nice big cabbage heads, which is what I need. So I got that. Cauliflower, snowball. You know, it's a good high yield. Still hoarse, guys, so I apologize. So these I'm gonna have to start immediately, and I'm going to show you me starting those. Then I got these buncheon onions. I have never grown these this time of year, but we're going to try them and see, and then I can bring them inside, because I do grow them inside, or have grown them inside. The lettuces that I got spinach, nice big spinach. This is my favorite lettuce. I don't know if I've shared that video in the spring, but this is what we use this spring, and use it. Actually, I've used this for several years. Black-seeded Simpson. It's just my favorite lettuce that I grow. This has got a mix in it, so I'm going to do this one and this one as heads, but this I'm going to do is like cut and come again. It's got, let's see, Marvel Four Seasons, Rouge de Havre, I don't know how to pronounce that, red salad bowl, and black-seeded Simpson. So there's that. I'll show you how I sew that one. This is the speckled Amish butterhead, and I just really was intrigued when I read on their website about this, so I put it on my list, and I like buttery leaves. So when lettuce is buttery, it always draws my attention. But this was just some really pretty, nice looking hardy leaves, so I liked that, and it's speckled. It's so pretty. But this mixed together would be nice. So I got some radishes. The radishes I got was the sparkler radish, which is really common, and then daikon radishes. We eat these in place of potatoes a lot because potatoes are really high in starch, and I try to stay away from that, but we just roast these down, and the daikons to me are better than the regular ones, but they both work. I like to put them in like stews and stuff. I got some beets. I really like to make beet kvass and have some drinks and stuff that I make with that. So I will show you that once I get some beets growing. It's been a while since I have grown beets. Like it's been several years. Got some turnips. These are the purple top white globe. Or just call them purple top. But those are really good. Of course, I showed you how I cook those. Well, not that variety, but I showed you how I cook turnips. These have been fried, and I just cannot wait again till next spring to get me some ramps and fry some ramps and turnips. It's gonna be so good. I'm already looking forward to it. Then I got these Sugar Daddy snap peas. They have a few different varieties, and this one was just seemed like the most popular. They had the least amount of seeds. I've never tried the Sugar Daddy ones. I've just tried the regular snow peas. So we're gonna try those. And then I got this bee feed flour mix, and it's got all kinds of flowers in here. And he told me that if I am like so bad with flowers, like I can't remember. I'm learning and remembering over the years, but I just never wanted to put much into flowers, and we really want to make it a point. We had a bee garden, bee and butterfly garden at our old house, so we definitely want to do that. But we're just going to put this in I think in a bed. We're going to try to make something that does like 48 square feet. So we're going to just start this. He said some would come up now if I planted it, and then some would lay dormant until spring. Some of them's annuals, some of them's perennials. So I don't know. We may hold off on this, but I do need to get some kind of flowers up there because there's a few, but there's not enough. So let me move these, and I'm going to show you my scribble here. So I just take a notebook. Now, I have, over the past few weeks, I have jotted down things and jotted down like what I want and different varieties until I just got on there and like Baker Creek, when I ordered from Baker Creek, it's so overwhelming, the varieties that they have. So that's one thing I do like about Sow Tree Seed is there's only about 3, maybe 4 varieties of each thing. Obviously lettuces and stuff, there's more, but for instance radishes, they don't have like every variety that there is, which is kind of a downfall. But for me, trying to stay focused in the minimalist kind of garden for right now, because we're crazy busy and we don't even have the beds made yet, so we've got to build them and get soil and stuff, but this is my bare minimum. Like, this is not anything like me trying to be fancy. This is stuff that we eat every single day. We eat cauliflower several times a week. We eat radishes several times a week. This is stuff that I have to buy. It's not just an experiment. But we just eat tons of these things, more so than we do in our summer garden. This is basically our vegetable diet that we're buying. So I got this from Sow Tree Seed. It's the Clydes. They're available on lots of different websites and stuff. Basically how this works is you put the red line, it has a fall and a spring side. You put the red line on your frost date. Ours is October 31st. And you just kind of go through, and it tells you what plants well with it. It tells you all kinds of information. This little thing will tell you, right here's some stuff that it does. But the only thing that we really get from this is the last plant date, which is this LP. And so on this paper I like to put this just for easy reference in case the packet gets gone or I don't have the packet handy, because you don't want to be bringing your seeds out, risk them getting wet or damaged, or anything, you kind of want to put them up. So what I do is I take right the variety, right whatever it is, and then I do my mature plant spacing. So when they're plants, what spacing they need to be, the seed depth, and days to sprout, because I like to have that handy, days to harvest. Obviously, you can remember some of these, but when you're dealing with a lot of seeds, you know, it helps to have them where you can quickly look. And then I put that last plant date, so you can see we're hitting it really, really close with these. This one's like, there's a couple of days away. So the green is stuff that I'm going to start indoors, which is the cabbage, broccoli, and cauliflower, and then everything else is going to go direct into the beds. So we've got to get that done. And then I just put like a little key down here so that I remember what that means, but it's not hard to see that, you know, we need to start these indoors and everything else goes direct. So that's just for me to kind of look back on and see, you know, what I need to do. And I kind of put a list of how I want things to kind of go in. And I missed the broccoli, so I didn't put it on here. But I was just kind of brain dumping what I needed to do immediately. So that is the planning aspect of it. Obviously you could get real fancy, and I am a planner girl. I've got, you know, all kinds of planners in here and stuff that I use, and I've got, you know, this planner right here, and I just sorry, she's screaming in there, but I just like to keep it really, really simple and keep it put in here to where I can reference it, and then my seeds are safe. Alright, so that's the planning aspect of my fall planting plans. Let's go and get some of these seeds going right now. What we're starting today, the broccoli, the cabbage, and cauliflower. Okay, this is the same lettuce that I've been growing all year. I've got more. I'm just gonna put some more in this same pot that I've been growing it in, and then we'll do some heads once we get the raised beds done. So I just take some and just sprinkle it in here, maybe about half a pack of this or so, and then take just a light dusting of some soil and cover it up and water it. And that's all you have to do to grow this in a container. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's go back over what we planted today. That was 16 cabbage plants, 16 cauliflower, 16 broccolis. Are you in the ash? She is getting in the smoker ash. Let's see, I done my lettuce mix in here. I did some bunching onions. I've never done them this time of year, just to see how they do. Right now it's not like the perfect time, but it's all right. Look at my overgrown chives and oregano, and this oregano over here is like crazy, and this lemon balm is crazy, and mint's not as crazy as I would expect it to be. So I definitely got to get out here and get some of this stuff picked. This is kind of already started flowering some, so you know, like I said, I've just been really neglecting these. So all right, so let's talk about where we're going to put these raised beds. Now these are going to be temporary. We're either going to build them out of some scrap wood that Josh's papa has had stacked up down there. We're going to uncover it and see if any of it's usable, or we're going to go up here where we're going to be clearing for our house and just pick a couple logs that are the same around the same diameter, and we're going to use those because we just want something that's temporary, something to last us this fall, maybe winter if we do any kind of winter stuff, and maybe spring if we don't get that cleared up and the place where the forever garden is going to be. So temporarily they're going to be, I think, going right here in front of us, right beside the parallel to the garden. We want to be able to get through here, because I did think about putting them right here, especially a nice long one. That would be pretty, but we do need to keep this road clear and accessible to go and get up there where we're going to be clearing at, and our barn will eventually be down here. So that's where our raised beds are going to go, pretty close to the house, easy to access and everything like that. So that is it for our fall planting plans, what we're doing just to give us a better shot, because we know that this is kind of an experiment, and just to see, just to plant something in the ground, and it's doing okay. Excited to get my fall gardening started off to a good start. If you want to know more about what we're planting and see this journey, make sure you subscribe and follow us, and God bless.